So yesterday, did you guys, so we were discussing about the Snowflake architecture, right? So Bindu, if you have not gone through the video, I've given a public status to that. So you can view the video as well, Bindu. So yesterday we have completed the Snowflake demo part, high level, like what is Snowflake, why it is used, why it's becoming popular nowadays. Okay. So yesterday, coming to the architecture we were discussing, right? We'll be having 3 layers: the storage database layer, and the second one is
infrastructure layer,
query processing layer, and the third one is cloud service layer. So as discussed yesterday regarding storage, Snowflake doesn't have any dedicated storage or data center. So backend, it is going to make use of the storage service, right?
Yeah.
So if the cloud, it may be AWS, it may be Azure, it may be GCP. So whenever you write the query, actual process will happening in the query processing layer. And the other layer is like, will be containing the metadata optimizer, infrastructure manager. That is considered to be the brain of the Snowflake, right? So that's it about the Snowflake architecture. Yesterday we have discussed. Now let's go ahead and create a Snowflake account, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Just go to the Google. Just create.
Sorry, your screen is not shared.
Oh, let me check. Are you able to see now?
No. Yeah.
No?
Yes.
Yes, we are able to see you.
Okay. You see, just go to the Google, just try create a Snowflake trial account. Okay. This much of time. Sure. So basically, it gives us a 30-day trial period. Now, why it's taking time?
Sir, can multiple users log in to this account from various locations?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Why the system is slow or what? I see there is no issue with the internet.
Let me check the website from my side.
Yeah, Viresh, we are able to log into that.
Okay.
So basically, you see, guys, so Snowflake by default, it provides us a 30-day free trial account. Okay. So you see, we'll be getting a $400 worth credits. Like it's not like dollars. We'll say as credits. So 400 credits. So in a month, I don't see we'll be using the 400 credits as well. Okay. So let's start by giving here. Vishnu, and this is optional, whatever. Just say the company name. Just give your personal mail ID, not a problem. And the company name, I mean, whatever company you are working with, that's up to you. I mean, as of now, I'll give this one. And coming to the role, so basically, these are all the roles supported in Snowflake, right? So BA analyst, business executive, consultant, data engineer, data scientist. So basically, which platform will be coming into, guys?
Data engineer.
Right. So as we are data engineers, I'm just giving this. Okay. And the location you see here. So basically, it has been selected India. If you are in US, you will be getting US, Canada, and the appropriate regions as well. So basically, Snowflake provides us 4 editions. Okay, one is standard, enterprise, business critical, and the other one, I mean, this is a free trial account. We are unable to see that account as well. Okay, so the standard one gives us just a basic features, guys, not more than that, just the basic features. So my suggestion, never go with standard edition while installing the Snowflake. Okay. So if you come to the enterprise edition, so we have standard plus 90-day time travel. Yesterday we have discussed, right? We have a beautiful concept called time travel in Snowflake.
Yes.
Okay. So that one is supported. Multi-cluster warehouses. That's also we have discussed a part, like how the clusters and the warehouses are used for that query processing. And materialized views. This I'll cover, guys. So what is views and what are the materialized views? I'll cover in the next topics. Okay. And the next one is business critical. If you see here, business critical is mentioning that enterprise edition plus enhanced security, data protection, and database failover fallback. So basically, of the 3 editions they are providing, what is the highest version as per you? I mean, enterprise or business critical?
Business critical.
Yeah, simply the reason being it's covering enterprise as well as this business critical we're having some additional features. So yeah, we will be going with business critical as of now. Okay. So yesterday we were discussing that Snowflake is just an application, right?
Yes.
It runs, we can be deployed it in Azure, AWS, Google Cloud platform. So nowadays, Oracle, I mean, if you have seen the results of Oracle, it has been consistently running in a positive mode. So maybe in the coming days, you might be seeing in another top up added here. Okay. But as of now, Snowflake supports Azure, AWS, GCP. So what we will be doing is like, we will be deploying our Snowflake in any of the 3 platforms. Okay. So basically what we'll do as of now, you will just select AWS. Okay. So if you select AWS, you see the nearest region is automatically picked by them, the Singapore. We don't have any service available in India. So earlier they used to supply from Mumbai. So currently the nearest region is showing as Singapore. So we'll go with the Singapore. Okay. Just click here. Just so these are all the, I mean, sample questions they are asking, like, so why are you signing for a trial? Just will give for a training or certification. This is not mandatory, guys. You can skip these questions.
Sure.
Yeah. So what will you use Snowflake for? Data warehouse, data lake, run data analysis and build visualizations, load data, build a data pipeline, migrate existing warehouse. Okay. Will be just migrating. select this one, okay. So select your preferred language to work in SQL, Python, Java, Scala, no coding language experience, other. So these are all optional, guys. It's not mandatory. So I'm selecting SQL here. That's it. Okay. You see here, we'll be getting notified by sending an email. So if you log into this one, you see here, I received a mail from Snowflake stating that just activate your account. Just click here. The username will just give myself and the password I'll give welcome at 123. You see here, actually, this feature was not there earlier. So now they have introduced like saying that, okay, so you can load data from any of the following local files, external cloud providers. I mean, while starting. So I think just skip for now. It's not an issue. So this is the UI, guys. Okay. So basically what we will do. So yesterday I was stressing more on the SQL part, right? Like where we will be writing the SQL queries and where we'll be writing the Python and we'll be writing the Scala. Actually, a new concept called PySpark got introduced. So yesterday we got a chance to discuss on that as well. But here, where will you write the queries? That's the first question, right? So let me get into that. See here in the right side, you'll be having 3 SQL worksheet, Python worksheet, folder. Okay. So basically these 3, okay, let me start creating a folder first. Okay. Folder, just test. Let's say it's showing. So in the folder as well, we'll be having the features for creating the SQL worksheet and the Python worksheet. Okay. So let's create a SQL worksheet as of now. So when we started using the SQL worksheet, in the left side, you're able to see the database actually. See, these are the databases. Default databases Snowflake providing us.
Okay.
Okay. So Snowflake and the Snowflake sample data. If you see here, we were creating this worksheet at 7:14 a.m. Just click on that. Okay. The first part, whenever you come into the Snowflake, right? So we have to create a context. So context is nothing but a setup to run your queries. Okay. So in the context, the first part is need to set up a role. Okay. Second one is virtual warehouse. You are able to see my screen, right? I mean, it's
Yes.
clearly
Yeah.
visible. And the
Yeah.
third
It's
one,
visible.
and the third one is database. Okay. And the fourth one is schema. So this
Third
is the
one is virtual warehouse, right?
what second first one is role
Third
database.
VWH. What is?
1 second. Okay, let
Yeah,
me
virtual warehouse.
Okay.
actually I just wanted to put in a shortcut. Okay, so basically we'll be setting up a role for this, and then the appropriate virtual warehouse, the compute power which is required for run the queries, and next the database. So from where we are pointing out, and this and next the scheme.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically these four are considered to be as a context. So whenever you log in to Snowflake account, the first thing you have to do is like, we need to set up a context. Okay. The context is nothing but the role. The role you see here, we have, these are all the roles: account admin, org admin, public, security admin, sys admin, user admin. And this is the compute warehouse. So this is actually uses us for running the queries. Okay. Since account admin is the parent role for all these roles. So these are considered to be as child roles. This is considered to be as a parent role. So in real time, guys, you never use account admin or org admin or security admin, sys admin, user admin roles. So by default, you guys will be yeah, yeah, sorry. You will be allocated a custom role, which we'll be discussing in the security part. But as of now, whatever for training purpose, for practicing purpose, guys, just go ahead and use sysadmin role.
Okay.
This is also we are not supposed to use, but in the practice, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, but never ever use account admin role, because whatever product, I mean whatever object you will create under account admin, you don't have access for all these roles. By explicitly, you have to provide access for these roles. So if you go with sysadmin or security admin or user admin, you see by the name itself indicates that the security people will be using this. This one user administration guys will be using this. This one system. So basically what I'm trying to say is like, it's considered as of now as a custom role. Okay.
Right. Mhm.
Okay. So if you are selecting account admin, right, guys? So I'm able to see compute warehouse. Now, if I select sysadmin, you see here. Do I see any compute warehouse here?
No.
No. So basically, what we have to do is like, but first time, it's a one-time activity, guys. So go to the account admin. Okay. Just write a simple query. Okay. So whenever we don't have privileges, what we will do?
We
Will
give
assign
privileges.
Grant privileges, right? So simple. Here, it's suggesting us. Grant usage on warehouse, compute warehouse to role sysadmin. So is there any confusion on this? This is a plain English language, guys. So the SQL part is it's like a plain English. Okay. You just select here and just run it. Statement executed successfully. Okay. Now just bring it down. And now if you select here sysadmin. You see here, compute warehouse.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So the next one is attached to the compute warehouse. Now this role part is completed. This virtual warehouse is also completed, right? Now, so what is the database we have to use? See, this is the role and this is the warehouse. Now for this, we need to attach a database, right?
Yeah.
So basically, I'm selecting this database. Like in this case, use database tpch SF1. Yes. I'm just selecting it and just executing the query. I should just explain. Okay. Before doing that, so what it's mentioning is like, if you see here, set worksheet context, place name in editor, load data. Okay. Just we will be using this. I'm just clicking on this. You see here. So what did it mean? It's database and its schema. So whenever we wanted to use that in a one statement, we can use this way. This
Okay, parent database name and then child
and
database name.
schema name. Instead of giving separately, we can use this one.
Right.
Statement executed successfully. So now, so basically we have set up role, virtual warehouse, database, and schema, right? So now if you wanted to see like which role you are using, we can give the command. So these commands you will be getting to know, I mean, on a practicing mode, guys. Don't worry. Like, so what is this command? What it will do? So there is nothing much to worry. Okay. In the coming days, you'll get to know what are the commands we'll be using. You see here. So basically, when we log into the first time, if you see here, okay, now if you run your query, you see here account admin is created. So whenever you log into the Snowflake, make sure that the role should be pointed to sysadmin. Okay. So for this, just wanted to, so unexpectedly, you might be creating some objects in this admin role. Okay. So to avoid that confusion, please go ahead and use the sysadmin role by using the appropriate compute warehouse. So whatever privileges, I mean, account admin has, we can get to the sysadmin at the child roles by giving this command, guys. Suppose if you have any object on this, you can just replace this warehouse and mention that object name to role sysadmin. That's it. It's a plain English language, but I'm more stressing on this. Just focus on the SQL commands. That's it. Okay. And again, the similar thing. So what is the warehouse you are using? So currently, how you will be checking that? Just this is the command. So what is the warehouse you are using? Compute warehouse. You see here.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So coming to this part, so basically Snowflake as we have, okay, let's go through the UI background, guys. So basically we'll be having a worksheets. See, dashboards is nothing but, so we can generate I mean, quite simple dashboards here. I mean, you know, right, yesterday we were discussing about like, we can be getting the data from data warehouse and loading the data into data mart. From there, we'll be showing us some sample reports like how that an object is performing, something like that. We'll discuss this in later part, guys. Okay. So basically, we have to main focus on this one, data. So this is the sample databases Snowflake provides us for practice purpose. Okay, let me open this one. See here, you'll be seeing this is the database and this is the schema, guys. These are the tables. Okay, let check the customer table now. You see here, the columns you will be seeing here, the data preview. Actually, it has about 150K rows, guys. You see here?
Yeah.
You're able to see here?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Now you're able to see only after 150. Earlier, we used to see 10,000 records. I mean, now they have modified and made it to 100 records. Okay. So this is the sample data that Snowflake provides us. So these are, I mean, for practice purpose. So this is the same thing, the columns and the data preview and all those stuff will be. So the copy history. So we have mentioned like the cloning concept and all those things. So that data will be seen here in the coming days. Okay. See here. And the next one is, so yesterday we have discussed about the marketplace, right? So if whenever we don't have any data, I mean, from the market and we need to get some data, so we can do a shopping here, guys. You see here, for particular instance, if we need weather data, I mean, for running a sample process or a sample loading, so you can go to here marketplace and get this. This is free.
Okay.
Okay. And similarly, we have other as well paid resources. I don't think that much use. Similarly, just remember that marketplace is nothing but where we'll get the data instantly.
Okay.
Okay. This I don't think it's required. This concept is pretty much useful. See, whenever you are having the data in the Snowflake, so you can share the data to your resource who have this. You can create a particular Snowflake ID, that's a temporary Snowflake ID, and you can transfer the data to them. Okay. This will be discussing in the sharing section. Suppose you have about employee table, like 10 records data will be having, and your friend doesn't have the access to the Snowflake. I mean, he doesn't have any credentials, actually. I mean, he cannot create having a user ID and a password. So basically, you have the access to create a temporary Snowflake ID for them and share the data with them only under the view mode only. Okay. He cannot edit the data. So whatever data you are editing and whatever data you are processing, only that data he can able to see.
Oh.
Okay, that one. See, and the next one is like the provider studio, the same thing which we have discussed, like whoever provides the data, they are called providers. Whoever receives the data, they are called consumers. This one you'll be seeing in the next class, guys. So yesterday we were having a discussion, right? I mean, there are some customers as well who are partnering with Snowflake. So
Yeah.
these
Yes.
things, yeah, we can directly get into touch with them. Like if you want to go to Matillion ETL, Material data loader. So these are all the options they are providing us. CI/CD, data integration, data science, and ML. Okay, you see here, continuous integration, continuous deployment.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is some data spreads part and monitoring part. Let me come this one. See, in the monitoring, we'll be having query history. So whatever queries you have executed in the worksheet for the last 14 days, you are able to see here. So you see, This is the system queries which will be running in the background to get this query result. So we have executed the query, right? Select current warehouse, select current role. You see here, you can see the timing here. Okay. So
Yeah.
here the query history, we can see whatever queries we have executed in the last 14 days. So coming to the copy history. So the copy history is nothing but whatever data we'll be loading the data. I mean, suppose we have a table and the B table. The data gets loaded from A to B. That history is tracked here. Okay. So whatever pipelines in the next, I mean, you having idea about pipelines, right? So how we
Yes.
will be building it and how it will be running. So that data, that history, we can see here in the copy history. Okay. And the task history. So in Snowflake, we have a concept called tasks. Like we'll be grouping up options and running it as a task. Suppose we might be loading about 6 tables. So that 6 tables, we will be creating a task, and under that, we'll be first loading the first one, then the second one, and the third one. That goes, we can do it through parallel or sequential. Okay. So this is dynamic tables. So the dynamic tables are nothing but the external tables, which we will be discussing in the next session, like how the data is getting loaded from the AWS and Excel sheets or CSV files. So we will be receiving the data from different sources, right, guys? So that part will be tracking here. So basically today, overall, I just wanted to give you the picture of UI, like how Snowflake is designed actually.
Mhm.
So this governance, you see, right? I mean, the what do you call? We'll be having a masking policy, guys. Suppose, I mean, Viresh, I just wanted to place an option for Viresh to view only particular data. So that data you can see only as a masking. You know, right? What is masking?
Yeah, I mean, whatever I know is the client give us the data with the modified column names. That
Yeah,
thing I know. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Coming to the admin, see, in the real time, we don't have access to this admin. Mostly, admin people will be taking care of this activity. And also, guys, in the real time, you don't have all, access. You'll be having only the particular database access and the SQL worksheet access. I mean, monitoring, I see only for query history to see what are the queries are running. This admin part, mostly admin people will be taking care of it. We don't have any access to get, even enter into this also. As this is the free trial, we are able to see this one. Okay. See here in the admin, we have compute warehouse. In this, we have like whatever we have created warehouse. See, this is the compute power I'm saying, right? So
Mhm.
through that warehouse, through that virtual machine, so these queries are got executed. You see here, compute warehouse. So that we can see here. And so basically in the, we can elaborate morely in the warehouse topic, like we have small size warehouse, extra small size warehouse, large warehouse, extra large, double. That kind of architecture will be going on in the warehouse. Okay. Which will be exclusively discussing in the warehouse subject. See the cost management. So this is our ID, which it got allocated. So what it's saying is like from March 26 to April 22. So what is the amount we have spent on this? See, whenever we write a query and execute it, there will be some amount created, right? The credits. So that data you can see here. So that's what I'm saying. In the real time, you will not able to see this one. Only admin people will guide us. Suppose, for example, you might be running a huge query with which takes, I mean, a lot of amount. So then you'll be getting a notification from the admin people stating that, okay, hey guys, what is that query about? What are you doing? I mean, is that a particular query that is supposed to be running? So any long running query or any other just which costs more, that kind of queries, admin will be getting a notification for us. So that data will be tracked. We can track here. So this we can see it while running, while doing a project, guys. Okay. Here, users and roles. You see here, Snowflake is by default a temporary user, and myself we have created today, right? So if you create another one user, so we were discussing that sharing part, right? We can create a user here.
Okay.
Okay. We can create a username, user. I mean, so this you can give it as a view mode only. You have that access. Basically, account admin. Whenever we log in through account admin, we can see here creating as account admin. So whenever you log in through account admin, you can have the access to create a user. So that user, they can just only view the data. Coming to the next one, accounts. So accounts, you see, right? We have created a business critical edition. We have deployed the services on AWS, and it's Asia Pacific Singapore. Okay, this is simply understandable. Not a problem. See, coming to the security part, so we'll be having some security policies, like how we will be uh, implementing the project. Like yesterday, we were discussing that we have n number of departments. Of those departments, only the particular department guys have to be using only these tables. Other department people, they did not have any access for that. So that part we can take care of this. You can see here we will be having a network policy here. Network policy name, like what is, so these are all the rules we can frame here. Okay. So this one, I'll give it an update, guys. Okay. So this is the context for a security notification. Like suppose if any breach has happened, for whom you have to notify it. Okay. You see here privacy notifications, security notifications. So these are all will be taken care by admin people, as this completely belongs to the admin guys. And next, the billing and terms. So this one, I don't think that, see here, Snowflake marketplace. So whatever we go into the marketplace and get the data, suppose if we get the paid version of data, okay. So that data, it can be, we can see here. So whenever you log in, guys, this is all the Snowflake part. I mean, UI walkthrough. So till now, do you have any question on this?
Yes, sir. I have a couple of questions.
Yeah, tell me.
So, just a while ago, you showed us the query history, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, can we run the queries from the query history itself? I mean, whenever we have some big query, so
Uh-huh.
when we can go to the query history and then rerun from there itself.
No, no, you should not do that way. Instead, what you are saying is like,
Yeah, if suppose we have a big query, rather than rewriting it again,
okay, you see
then
here.
we,
So do you have any way to run from here? So let me check in that. We'll be going to the query history. So you are asking that, do we have any other option? Like if suppose if it consider this as a big query, for example, as of now.
right.
Okay. You see here, do you have any chance of running from here? Let me, I don't think so.
I think just we have the option to copy the query.
That one, anyhow, you will be writing that query here, right? See, query profile is nothing but These are all the cache part. I'll be explaining this.
Right.
The query profile, how the plan is executed. I mean, how the data is getting retrieved. So that will be, we can be seeing in the query profile. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is like,
No, actually, my the question is why we are having the query history first. So, I mean,
okay,
when we can't use for the real time purpose, then
okay.
just for viewing purpose, why it is there?
See, whereas I mean, so in the real time, not only you working on that, okay, myself and Kishore and whoever, I mean, in your team, they'll be creating a work. For suppose, let me give an example.
Okay.
Okay, another worksheet is created here.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll be going and populating to sysadmin, and I'll be computing this. Okay, okay. By default, I'm just running a query. Just I'll say place name in it. Okay. This is the called fully qualified name, guys. Okay. The database and the schema and the table name. This concept is called fully qualified name. So you see here, we did not select the database. So basically, if you not select the database also, it will run it. And this is the schema.
Mhm.
Okay. So if you select here, you can go with this simple concept. Okay. If you don't select here anything, I mean the database and schema, you can go here and just place name in editor. Like suppose this table is there, right? Okay, just go here. Simple. Okay. As we have mentioned there, we can directly give here, just go to there, select it and just enter. See here, partial results displayed. Only 10,000 rows of the result are displayed, but we are having how much? 150K records are there. So coming to your point, Viresh. So like this, we have 10 resources working on the queries, right? So if you go here to the query history, so from where you can track it. So what are the data I mean you have got it? How you will be rectifying that? By seeing here user Vishnu. So what queries you have run?
Okay.
So what is the status it has happened? Is it success or it got failed? So that kind of data you can see.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, did I answer your question?
Yes. Yes. So basically, we cannot rerun from the query history. And second thing is we have some dedicated purpose for this query history. Yeah,
Exactly.
I got your answer. So second question, sir.
Huh.
The virtual warehouses. I mean, here we have selected. We have only one of virtual warehouse compute WH here. So
Mhm.
in the real time, the admin people will be creating that warehouses, all the warehouses, and allocating to the resources, right?
Exactly.
Okay. And coming to the marketplace and data sharing, those
Hmm.
also will be taken care by admin people only.
See, in the real time, guys, you will not have any access. You will just have the access for this
Right.
worksheets.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, to say frankly, you will have access to the worksheets and whatever data, I mean, database you will be having, right, in your requirement to your project, specific to your projects. Suppose,
Mm-hmm.
let's take this schema. Okay. This schema contains these tables, right? So you will be having access only these three tables. I don't say that you don't have access open these five tables.
Okay.
So based on the requirement of your team, because it's a cloud based, right? So unexpectedly or something, the data might be getting scratched. So from experienced guys to entry level, so our technical architect, they will be deciding like whom, what is the work they will be assigning. That data they can be having approval with the admin team. Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
if you see here, we have 6 schemas. Of that only, you might be having only one schema approval. You are not supposed to be other schema tables as well. So that's the real time scenario, guys. So basically, just focus on, I mean, what is the content provided to you in the project level.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Right.
Kishore, do you have any questions? I mean,
No, clear.
okay. So basically, this is the all about the UI, guys, like the Snowflake and how only thing. So you might be asking me like what we will do on a daily basis. Simply
Yeah.
just you'll be creating a SQL worksheet. So where we'll be running the queries here only, right? Just we'll be running the SQL queries.
Uh,
1 second, guys. So this is the part. 99% of your daily work you will be doing here only. I'm 99%. So basically, I mean, from a conclusion point of view, let me get into that. So as Snowflake, I mean, his application, we will be deploying on that on AWS, GCP, and Azure. So basically, whenever you log into Snowflake, so what the first important thing we have to do is like we need to create a context, role,
Right.
virtual warehouse, database, schema. These two are mandatory, guys. Okay, these two are mandatory. Why I'm not saying mandatory, these two is like, so we can, whenever you specify the fully qualified name, you cannot, I mean, you are not supposed to mention the database or schema as well. I've shown back, right? So if you,
Right.
yeah, if you select, I mean, sysadmin and compute warehouse, and then you can ignore these two because you are using with fully qualified name, the database and schema. Unless and until you specify here like this, the database and what the database and what is the schema, then you can write only the particular schema table name. You can just query directly like what is select start from line item, select start from nation, select start from orders, and all the stuff. So the compute power lies in the virtual warehouse. Yesterday we were discussed, right? This helps us for running the queries. So the role is it's like a user level, okay? This is the parent level account admin. All these roles you see here, org admin, public, security admin, user, these are the child roles. So basically, whenever you want any access the particular object, we will be deriving that access from the account admin role.
Okay.
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 Before going further, any questions on this?
No,
Okay,
nothing
I
from my
got a
side.
question.
Yeah,
Okay,
tell me.
I got a question.
Yeah,
While creating this account, we have given AWS, right?
yeah,
So as a part of the course, we are working on AD accounts. So, it is in an Azure. So
yeah.
does it making any difference?
No,
Um,
no, no. We will be see, Kishore. The
yeah,
first thing why I wanted to focus on AWS is right.
yeah.
There is a sample integration we have to show for you.
Okay,
Okay. After that, while doing the project work, so basically main thing, we'll be clubbing all those terms and creating a project, right? At that point of time, what we'll do, we'll create another account on Azure.
okay,
Okay. Once the AWS integration, I wanted to show AWS integration to Snowflake first. Later, we'll go with Azure.
okay,
I got your point. So that's in our mind actually.
okay,
So that's part of the project. So by the end of the course, what we will do is like we'll be doing an the source ETL tool will be ADF and the data will be loading into Snowflake.
okay. Got it.
Okay.
So that see earlier so we will be working on Azure SQL, right? So what we will do in the ETL tool itself, we'll introduce Snowflake over there. or we'll introduce ADF here. The source will be the data, whatever we'll be getting from this, like it will be Azure Data Factory. The data gets loaded into Snowflake. From there, I'll also show you how the reports are shown in Power BI.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, by using the Snowflake integrator, I mean the connector, like how it works. So right, like you have gone through the ADF classes as well.
Yes, yes.
There we'll get the data and gets loaded into Snowflake database, Snowflake data warehouse, and then from data mart I will show you the reports, like how in real time it works.
Okay. So,
I've given an example.
so the functionalities will not change, right? So the work
No,
part.
functionality will definitely not change. See, once you know the architecture of Azure, you blindly believe that you know the architecture of AWS and GCP. Once you know the architecture of AWS, you can blindly believe that you know the architecture of Azure and GCP.
So if we are familiar with only one cloud service provider, so we can able to access all the, so we can work all the clouds.
Exactly. Right, exactly.
Oh,
The thing is, like, basics changes will be there in the services. That's it. Functionality wise, everything is same. You take AWS,
limitations.
Azure, GCP, Oracle, whatever cloud you take, the functionality is same.
Okay.
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 Only we will be integrating into Snowflake. The good thing is, like, Snowflake has that connector to ADF.
Oh.
That's the reason Snowflake is, I mean, dynamically getting into the market by getting all that connectors. Now they are also working with Oracle Cloud. Might be that is also, you see, right, while our screen, when I show you, we saw only three.
Three.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we got your point.
Got your point?
Yeah.
So now there we will be nearly seeing the fourth one as well, Oracle. So that things talks are going on, it seems. Let's see like how it goes. Only good thing, like, I mean, the Snowflake part is like it has got all the connectors and the partner connect with the other tools.
So every day we'll be working on this dashboard only, right? Not on the ATLs.
99% of your work will be doing your basic on SQL queries. That's why I'm just testing on that SQL. Okay. It's
So
not
what we'll be doing on ETLs, like a data factory?
okay. ETL part, see, suppose you will be having a requirement, right? I mean, daily you will be getting the data from online sources, and then you will be getting the load the data into warehouse, right? So in that middle part, the Snowflake will come into picture. There are some instances where we cannot transform all the things in ETL tools. For example, let me put it this way. Your name is like, I mean, Kishore, right? So
Yeah.
I just wanted to add a particular name to that, like company name.
Okay.
Okay. For example, I'm just saying it a simple example. So
Okay.
there in the ETL, you can add a separate column and just merge that and load the data into warehouse. But here in warehouse, I just wanted to see only Kishore, not company name, other things, the instant requirement.
Okay.
So instead of going there and getting the load the data directly from there, we can do the transformation from here.
Okay.
So that's why I'm calling it as a semi ETL tool.
Okay. Got it.
Actually, what happened is till now we have some understanding in the EDF class that whatever the source we have, we will connect the source with the ADF, and then we will do all the transformations in the ADF itself, and then we'll just simply dump the data into Snowflake. I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
whatever the data warehouse.
Right.
So me and Kishore till now we have the understanding like this only. So our point is whatever the work we are doing in the ADF itself. We just dumping the data in the warehouse. So what exactly we are doing in the Snowflake here? That's our question. And apart from ADF.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if we don't have any changes in the ATLs, so we'll be directly working on Snowflake. Is
Yeah.
it?
Yes, you're right. You're right. Okay, let me put into that. Okay. Good question, actually. So you were saying that mostly 99% of the transformations are done in ETL tools only. That's
Okay.
clear cut. Okay.
Okay.
Of the 1%, why I'm focusing is like in ADF, there is a pointers like we cannot load the data from certain online sources. There, I mean, see, you will be having some XML files. Okay. You will be having some CSV files. For example, for instance, I'm saying, okay. So that thing you can do either, I mean, not Snowflake I'm specifying, either you can do it in ETL tools or you can do the same in Snowflake. Okay, let me put it this way. Okay, in AWS, I mean, in the next sessions you'll be seeing we have stages table actually. User stage, table internal stage, external stage table. From AWS, do you have any chance to load the data in ADF? No, right?
Yeah, my
Right? You got my point? So in that case, we will be loading the data from AWS to Snowflake, and whatever data coming from ADF, I mean, why I'm specifying ADF because you have gone through the sessions. That's why I'm adding a point to that. So we will merge the data in enterprise data warehouse in between. From there, from data mart, we'll be sending the data to Power BI reports, dashboards, and all this stuff. There are some integrations which ADF cannot support, guys.
Okay.
So that things Snowflake can do.
Okay.
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 Whatever your understanding and assumption is absolutely right. That is 99% of your ETL transformations will be taken care by ADF only.
Okay.
I'm stressing again and again.
Okay, got it.
Whatever task ADF cannot perform, we can achieve here by other means.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And you also keep in mind Snowflake is also a semi-ETL tool.
Okay, got it. So you're forgetting this point.
Yes. And why I'm stressing is it's not a complete data warehousing, it's a semi-ETL tool as well.
Okay.
So that's why
the final output will be seeing in the Snowflake.
Snowflake, exactly. The final output, whatever you load the data or dump the data from ADF or any other source, we will be seeing the data in Snowflake.
Oh,
that's it.
Fine.
Okay, any questions?
Yeah, clear. Clear.
One more thing I wanted to show you. See, we have a DB Ever. I mean, did you got a chance to hear this?
No.
Let me open this actually. So what it does is like, it's a third-party tool which integrates with our Snowflake. So it's like a similar kind of SQL plus we have some SQL editor. So we can connect Snowflake through this as well, through DB Ever.
So is it a paid one?
Sorry?
Is it a paid one or?
No. It's a free one. Many of the real-time guys of them, I mean, almost 100%, who are working on Snowflake, they will be using this one, DB Ever. The reason why they will use, I'll explain you tomorrow. Because some commands, like earlier we used to have a terminal in the legacy classic console. See, basically this console has been modified. You cannot imagine in the next 2 months, whatever UI you are seeing, right? It is not the same. Okay. They'll keep on updating this UI. So earlier we used to have legacy classic console. There will be having a Snow site actually. A terminal will be there. So, for example, I mean, have you guys worked on any Oracle instance? Like, have you got a chance to install any Oracle database in your laptop?
No.
Just install MySQL.
Yeah. Okay, MySQL. So whenever you do that, you will be giving some commands through command prompt, right? You can execute the SQL queries from there as well.
Right.
Okay. Similarly, Snowflake also used to have a terminal over there. But now coming days, they have completely modified and they are mainly focusing on the snow side. This is called snow side actually.
Snow side.
Snow side.
Snow side. Okay.
Yeah. All these pictures are called a snow site. Basically, it's a Snowflake domain we will be calling it. Okay. So what we will do is like there are some commands where we cannot run from the here. Okay. But we can run it through this DB viewer.
In the real time also.
In the real time also.
Okay.
It's like a complete security, not a problem. That's not an issue. In the real time also. So basically, we have a copy and put commands. So where we can get the data from external stages and load the data into our tables. So that one of the commands, whenever we want to execute, we'll go here and execute that command.
Okay.
Okay. I'll show you that in tomorrow's class. So basically the data ingestion part will be starting tomorrow, like how the data is getting loaded. So before that, I just wanted to give an high level brief on the stages table. Okay, you can imagine like whenever you get the data from source, that source data is loaded into stage table, and then the data is loaded into the final table, right?
Right.
Okay. So here in that, whatever we are getting the data from external sources like AWS or GCP or Azure, we'll load the data into stage table, and then that stage table is used to getting the data loaded into final table. So that exercise we will see in the coming classes.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I just wanted to stop this session today because I don't want to make you confused. While explaining the stages, I'll make sure that you understand this DB viewer.
Okay.
If you
Now
have
we
any,
have the idea about the staging area, which
okay.
we discussed in the ADF.
Yeah. So that part we'll work in a practical thing. Then you'll able to digest it easily.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. Basically, our main agenda for today is like just wanted to go through all this Snowflake UI.
Yeah, clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think Bindu, right?
Yeah, Mahendra.
This is Vishnu.
Yeah, Vishnu, tell me.
Yeah. Let me know if you have any questions, Bindu, so that we can wrap it up.
I'll just go through the session once again, and
Okay.
I'll let you know tomorrow. Any doubts?
Sure, Bindu. Right. Not a problem. Yeah. If no questions, guys, let's wrap it up then.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Vishnu.
Thank you. Bye.
Right.
Bye.
Yeah.